Starting recording. Stream is starting. We're all muted, so it's not. And intro goes in 3, 2, 1.
All right, this is the Ricksican show, sponsored by Detour Auto Sales. If you're looking for a great car at a good price, take the Detour. Today we have Chris Fisk with Chris's Skincare, and she's nervous. So let's make her feel uncomfortable
Hello.
as we go through this. I met Chris about 2 years ago, and in fact, she's the one who came up with the word Ricksican with some food that I made. So
Well, if you think about it, it's Rick's I Can.
Ricks, I can. We don't believe in I can't.
That's right.
So Chris has Chris's Skincare, um, and she does a variety of things. And the specialties she does, she's the only one in town that does them. You'd have to travel to Tri-Cities or Spokane to get the work that she does. She has some international awards. And let's just, what are those awards? What did you do?
Well, it's actually only one international award, but it was for the Skin Games, which is an international skin competition. So there's estheticians from all over the world who apply for this. They take the top 10, and my year, the top 10 went to Vegas, and we were interviewed by 5 judges and a mediator. And then they took the top 3, and we won trophies.
So does anyone die in the process like
Nobody
Skin
died.
Games implies?
Nobody died.
Hunger
No.
Games.
We did, it was an 8-week course study. So we all had a client, and every week we documented the treatments that we did, why we did it. We had to explain what we were working on, the ingredients that we used, why we used them, basically why we came up with the treatment plan that we did. And then we had to show progress in the end. And when we were questioned from the judges, they asked us a bunch of questions about why we did what we did, why we used the ingredients, what it did to combat this, that. And so, yeah, that's how we won.
All right. I'm going to have you
to
move that
shit.
mic a little closer to you.
If you insist.
I insist. All right. What is the most popular treatment that you give?
Probably microneedling.
Microneedling.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Is that painful?
It depends. It depends on the client.
It has the word needle in it. That's what
It does. Well, it pokes little holes through the epidermis to stimulate new collagen and elastin. It tightens and firms. It helps your products penetrate by like 89% instead of 7 to 12. I'm actually not the only person in town who does that, but it's probably the most holistic, natural way to prevent or stall aging or to reverse time than some of these other things.
Microneedling.
Yeah, if you think about aerating your lawn,
Yeah.
that's kind of what you're doing to your skin.
Okay.
You're poking little holes, you're stimulating new cells to create a whole bunch of new fun things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Aerating your face.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, because you've got 5 layers in the epidermis, and so the tiny little needles will poke all the way through to the top layer of the dermis, so it stimulates all these new cells.
Cool.
Yeah.
What other treatments do you do?
I microchannel. I zap skin tags, which is probably one of my favorites. I zap capillaries, so if you've got dilated capillaries, I can help you get rid of those. I can help you lose your skin tags. Pigment spots, brown spots on your face. I specialize in corrective skincare and skin disorders. I don't do a lot of spa stuff, so my treatments aren't exactly relaxing. They're more clinical, where I'm trying to get rid of the skin issue. I want to know why it started, because most skin issues come from internal issues, unless you're using products where a lot of people think that their skin is super sensitive. Most of the time, your skin has become that way from different products that we have used that have harsh ingredients in them. So you got to get to the root cause of what's going on so that you can actually fix the problem, like eczema, dermatitis. It's basically eczema, seborrheic dermatitis. There's all kinds of issues. Pigmentation. There's melasma. There's cloasma. There's just different spots. So you got to figure out what's causing it and then go from there. Alkaline. Alkaline is probably the one treatment that I do that nobody else in town does. And that treatment, it takes the pH of your skin from a 5.6 to a 12, kind of swells the cell open and it soaks down in there so it kills all the bacteria that's in that cell. Nothing can live in an environment of 12. So that helps with rosacea. It kills the Demodex mite, which is what lives on all of our skin, but people with rosacea will react to it. It helps with acne. It helps with pigmentation. It will actually also melt the hair off of your face. So that's another form of hair removal that I do. It's probably the only form of hair removal that I do. It's not a one and done, but every time you come in, it will remove the hair from your face. So it's for women, they like it.
If they got that little stash going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The little beard hair. I don't know.
Yes.
The stuff we don't want to talk about.
Correct. And that's Alkaline is a DMK product. DMK is one of the companies that I use. They're the enzyme that I use that is actual true oxygen therapy. So it actually pulls oxygen from your lungs. It dilates your peripheral capillaries because it creates a backflushing of fresh oxygen because it's trying to create homeostasis and create a healthy environment for your cells to live in. And so when you're under that mask, it's quite popular because you feel little pulses. It gets super tight, and over time, your skin actually changes. It's pretty cool treatment.
What percentage of your clients are men?
Probably 15.
15?
Yeah.
And typically you think guys don't need skincare, but what type of things do you do for them?
I have men that come in for skin treatments to get exfoliated so that their skin looks nice and soft. Yeah, they worry about aging too. They want to keep those wrinkles away. Men have a tendency to be out in the sun without sunscreen, so a lot of them age quicker than women do. So, we have to teach them. It's true.
I've been in the sun my whole life.
And do you wear sunscreen?
Not very much.
Yeah, you should. That's the one thing people need to know is that you should be wearing sunscreen all the time, even if it's cloudy, because the sun comes through clouds. And if you're somebody that deals with rosacea or pigmentation, especially hyperpigmentation, the sun is to pigmentation as water is to a plant. So it will deepen and darken the pigmentation. So sunscreen is huge. The sun is also probably the number one ager. So sunscreen is extremely important. Yes.
I have freckles. Can you help me?
No.
What if I have a mole?
I mean, I could, but freckles are cute, right? So why get rid of them? Moles are actually out of my scope.
Even if a doctor says, hey, it's cancer free, whatever, and you don't like the bumper
moles are out of my scope.
Okay.
If you have a mole, to the dermatologist.
All right.
Yep.
So let's back up in time. You started during COVID. How was that?
Well, I actually started in 2013, but I opened in Moses Lake.
Okay.
January of 2020 to be shut down in March of 2020 to be opened back up, I think, in August, to be shut back down again in September. So, it was a fun first year. Luckily for me, I had been established in Royal City for 6 years before that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how long it's been now. So my clients from Royal helped keep me going by buying products and things because we weren't allowed to do treatments then. So
crazy.
Yeah.
And then last year you were a super active roller skater. What happened there?
Well, I was turning 55, and so I decided that I wanted to get in shape, so I bought some roller skates. Back when I was in junior high, I was on the speed skating team. And I thought, skate. So I got my skates Friday. I think Sunday morning by 7:40 in the morning, I had 7 broken bones all on the right side because I decided to go skating outside on the cement.
Skate or die.
Yep. Yeah.
So that stalled work a little bit for you.
That did. Yep. That stalled me from July 9th until September. I don't know, like September 15th or something.
And you're located downtown by the post office,
Yes,
right?
across the street from the post office.
And one of your neighbors is remodeling and
Yes.
had a little water oopsie.
Yes.
What happened there?
Well, Tree Cafe switched businesses to Shiitake Sizzle or Sizzle Shiitake something, and they ended up flooding during their remodeling process, and they flooded a lot of our businesses on the strip mall, and I ended up getting the worst of it. So I was closed from October 15th until January 2nd because they had to pull out all of my flooring, put the flooring back in. They cut out a wall and a half, or I don't know, at least 3/4 of a wall, probably 2 feet up,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to replace that. Yeah, it was fun last year. Last year was a fun time.
So, as an entrepreneur, how do you cope with? I mean, that's a lot of ups and downs. COVID, skate or die, the office building flooding,
Yeah,
and it kind of shuts you down. I'm assuming to almost a halt.
pretty much. Yes.
So how do you like persevere during this timeline? Because for some people, you still got rent to pay. There's things happening, and you're like trying to throw punches in the business world to conquer, and the world is against you. How do you
Yes.
keep going?
Well, I am lucky in the fact that I have some pretty loyal clients that stuck around and bought products from me. A couple of them bought more than what they needed at the time just to help me out so I could pay my bills. Um, and then you just gotta keep going. I mean, some of my clients went elsewhere. I can't blame them. 6 months of the year being shut down and not being able to have that repetitive treatment when you're correcting a skin issue. People have to do what they got to do. So you just have to decide that you keep going. So I don't know how to not go.
Yeah, got to be a fighter.
Yeah, I don't know how to not try. I don't know how to just sit on my hands, I guess.
Very good. Um, yeah, when you're an entrepreneur and you're in business, like life is happening, things happen that are unexpected. I mean, many of you guys
All
know
the
I've
time.
got a like this sprinkler thing I'm trying to figure out because comedy shows and dancing make Rick's a nightclub, even though I got kids there and stuff. I'm like, I don't fully agree with the interpretation because it just says dancing. It doesn't, I'd like more defined interpretations. But in the meantime, I'm kind of stuck. It's slowed me down. I had a business during 9/11 that crashed and burned. Like all the money halted after 9/11. And so, like, if you're thinking about going into business, remember that there are unforeseen events that happen, and you have to grind through it. Um, right now in Moses Lake, there's like 4 businesses that just shut down in the last 2 months, and there's a couple more going down. It's not my place to say who, but when they happen, I'm sure you'll be like, oh, interesting. But and it's interesting they're all happening right about the same time. These people are grinding and they're looking at their books and they're being in business is rough, and right now things are running a bit slow. So if you're into supporting local business, keep that in mind. Like right now is a great time to support them because we're all grinding it out, and things are running slower for a lot of the businesses in the food industries in town, the service industries, anything that's like extra leisure and products and services. We all need your help. Um, what is your favorite place to go out to eat?
Mine?
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple. I don't have one favorite. I have three.
All right. What are your 3 top places in Moses Lake?
Michael's on the Lake, Paradise, and Rick's when I want a burger.
Cutting that one close.
Right? Best burgers in town.
That's right.
And soup, man. You guys got some pretty damn good soup. I
Good
have to
soup.
say.
My favorite thing at Paradise is that coconut shrimp.
Mine's are cordon bleu.
The cordon bleu, I haven't tried that yet.
It's so good.
I've tried the chicken Alfredo a lot. I like that curry dish they make there at the Paradise Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I guess I'll have to try that chicken cordon
Try their
bleu.
chicken cordon bleu. It's pretty darn good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Chris, you've been through quite a lot the last couple of years.
A lot of people have.
Appreciate you coming on the show. Is there anything, one last shout out? How do they find you? Do you have a website? Where are you located?
I do have a website. It's Chris at chrisskincare.com. I'm at 216 West 3rd Avenue, right across the street from the post office, in between Sue's Boutique and Shiitake Sizzle. My treatments are by appointment only, so you'll have to schedule with me if you want to get in for a treatment. But I do now have a young lady that I'm training to be there for people to keep the doors open if they want to come in and grab products and just kind of see what things are about. So hopefully next week we'll be able to have the doors open from at least 11 till 4, hopefully a little bit later. See how that goes. We'll see.
Very good. So Chris, also, as I'm writing, so Chris is the last 2 years we did the Thanksgiving where we fed like hundreds of people, and Chris has volunteered for that and other things that happen in the community. So can't say enough good things about Chris. Thanks for supporting the community and providing skincare in Moses Lake.
Ah, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
All right, this is the Ricksican Show, and we're signing out.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
All right, we are out.
See, I ramble.
That's perfect, though.
Rambling.
I don't think it was too much.
Really? You don't think so? Because I
No.
ramble.